At the beginning of episode 3, we see Munju coming to meet a man named Ji-hyun. Munju explains that her husband recently passed away, and she wants to know the reason for his death. She adds that she had checked his phone and noticed that he had recently spoken with Ji-hyun. Was he planning to meet him? Ji-hyun agrees and says that he had shown him a letter given to him by his friend Miller. We already know what was written in that letter. Ji-hyun explains that despite everything, her husband insisted on a reunion and asked him to join his campaign so that he could help him. Munju asks, "What did you do? Did you help him?" But he replies, "No. Am I crazy? Why would I do that? I had introduced him to Father Yang, but he also passed away. Father Yang's death also happened, and I was warned that my life could be in danger. That's why I'm packing. I'm going to Argentina. I have relatives there." Munju then says that when she first came to South Korea, he had taught her everything. "I want to become president, and I will campaign for it. This is my campaign plan. You can take a look at it," she says, and then leaves. In the next scene, a photo of Munju goes viral, showing her protecting her husband from Yeonjan by spreading her arms. Everyone compliments her, and she becomes famous almost instantly. Next, we see Seo-kyung, who comes to meet a presidential candidate named Ji-hyun. Seo-kyung says that her husband passed away a long time ago, but he left a cabinet for her. She checked the cabinet and found Ji-hyun's name in it. This means that there is evidence against him in the cabinet. Later, the evidence is revealed. It concerns his daughter, who is illegitimate. Ji-hyun asks, "What do you want?" She responds that Munju wants to become president, so he should step aside. In the following scene, we see Munju with Ji-hyun. She blackmails him by bringing up a 2015 case, saying he was drunk and had killed 2 people. But Ji-hyun says that the case was already closed. She then shows a video clip, also mentioning how he used to abuse his wife. Ji-hyun says, "How could my mother do this?" She gives him a ticket and tells him to go to Germany to be with his children, meet them, and not return here. Ji-hyun adds that he is leaving for now, but don't think I won't return. Next, we see Ji in front of the media, announcing that he is stepping down from the candidacy and will now support Munju. Munju and her team start preparing for the campaign. Munju talks to Murtzy and asks if she has learned anything about Miller, but Murtzy refuses and says she only got the number of his elder sister, with whom she will speak. Changyi explains that Junek's laptop is encrypted with a 15-digit code and they cannot decrypt it. At this moment, Seo-kyung arrives and meets Munju. She scolds her, asking why she hadn't been responding to her calls. Munju replies that she was busy. Seo-kyung hands her a script later and says that the campaign will start soon. "Everything you need to say in your speech is written here. You must speak it. You may even have to cry in front of the public." Munju replies, "I won't be able to do everything." Seo-kyung insists, "If you want to become president, you have to do it. No one will come against you now. I've controlled everyone." Sun-ho is in South Korea. Sun-ho sees news about a campaign and tries to call her, but this time she is away from her phone. Ji calls soon. He says that the NIS director had called him and that some people are coming from the US. He suspects that Munju might be in danger. San-ho goes to Ethan and gets his contract renewed. Ethan shows a photo, saying, "This boy is here. You need to see him. He might be here to kill Munju." San-ho is also given a sniper. At night, San-ho checks the location, deciding where to place the sniper. Munju is asleep. Gongsun calls her and says, "I never assumed you would turn against me. But no matter what happens, my one job is to stop the war." Munju replies, "Stopping the war is a good thing, but you said you want to use my husband's death for this. I can never let that happen. Do whatever you need to." In the next scene, we see Hazong receiving a call and talking briefly. In the following scene, Munju gets ready and goes out for the campaign. She meets people in various places, including the graveyard. The campaign manager is Ji. Soon is nearby, holding the sniper. Ethan messages Soon, saying, "We've figured out who the boy is. His name is Destin Han, and he is a bomb technician." Munju's next task is to board a train and go to a stall. Soon tries to call her, but she does not pick up. Later, he talks to Changyi, saying that Munju should not board the train and should be called back. However, everyone is watching Munju live, and she takes her seat. Soon-ho calls her on the phone, warning her not to stand up from the seat as there may be a bomb. He tells her he will meet her at the next station. Soon-ho boards a vehicle and leaves. Munju is on the train, and after some time, Soon-ho arrives. He sees her and asks if she's okay. She nods. He sits beside her, takes a knife, and cuts the seat. Sure enough, there is a bomb underneath. He checks the seat in front of her as well, as wires were running there, and finds another bomb. The broadcast is temporarily cut, so the public does not know what is happening. Munju becomes nervous, and her heart rate rises. Soon-ho reassures her, telling her to sit calmly and relax. He notices her elevated heart rate and tells her to calm down. Soon-ho had already instructed them to call the police, so the police arrive and start talking to them. Soon-ho learns that the bomb will explode in 6 minutes, and the bomb disposal team will arrive in 10. He instructs the police to evacuate the public, which they do. Meiji and Chang'e also leave, leaving just the two of them. Soon-ho asks Munju what she will do if she survives, and she says she will drink a cold alcoholic drink. He smiles and says she will survive soon. We need to change seats. The public is waiting for you. You must go, he tells her. She says she will not leave, as she doesn't care about anything since losing her child. Soon-ho insists that she must exchange seats no matter what. Later, Munju agrees, and they safely exchange seats. Munju then sees outside and notices a small remaining detail. Soon-ho had already cut a wire, but it makes no difference, as the bomb is about to explode. Soon-ho jumps upward, and the bomb detonates. Everyone is shocked, but later it is revealed that Soon-ho survived, only suffering minor scratches. In the next scene, an ambulance and emergency team arrives, and both are checked. The police tell Munju that they don't think she should continue the campaign. She asks her team for their opinion, and they say the decision is hers. Meiji says that they have prepared extensively for the campaign and will continue because the public is waiting. She glances at Soon-ho for a moment and leaves. In the evening, Munju arrives in front of the public and starts giving her lecture. Soon-ho watches her from a nearby building. Seo notices that Munju is not giving the speech she was supposed to. Ji-hyun is also present and listens. The speech is very powerful, and everyone becomes emotional. In the next scene, Munju comes to the police station to give a statement. Soon-ho is also present. Munju glances at him for a moment as she leaves, and he notices her. At night, Munju cannot sleep and goes to Father Yang. Soon-ho arrives to meet her. She asks if his leg is okay, and he nods. Munju asks, "How did you know I was in danger?" He explains that first her husband, then Father Yang, were in danger, and he realized next it would be her. He says he renewed his contract with Valkyrie. They had planted a small bomb to injure her, but it was just a trailer. They actually want to kill her. He asks Munju to hire him as her bodyguard. She asks why she should do that. Soon replies that both of them want to stop the threat. Munju asks, "Okay, but how can I trust you?" Soon says she can check his background to know who he is, where he came from, and the fights he has fought. Munju agrees but says he must follow her instructions, as she is the boss. Soon agrees but adds that in an emergency, she must follow his instructions. She nods. Later, she shares this with the team and welcomes him. At the end of the episode, we see submarine, from which a missile emerges. The episode ends, leaving viewers waiting for episode 4, scheduled for Wednesday.